I'm joking. I'm actually okay. I'm a little cool, but I'm all right right now.
Oh, yeah, I ain't that bad.
Right here, right here. That
Man,
doggone Xavier
I like
put
that.
his head
I
down.
like that.
Wow.
How old is Xavier?
He's 10th, I think.
Is he a 10th grader? We got a couple of good running backs coming back for next year. Marciano, Xavier, Jalen Daniels.
This must be that halftime break. We got ahead of ourselves, I guess.
Did we? Come on, Matt Justice.
Hey, double click on that line I just hit right there.
What did he say?
Montgomery
Thank you.
Eye Care. That was funny right there. All I can figure is because it was right on the line.
I think it was a clear hold on Tallassee's part. Or a crackback block
That's-
or blocking the back, something.
That's what it was.
I ain't never heard of Montgomery Eye Care. That was pretty good.
That was good.
Oh.
Yeah. Tallassee is going to get a penalty flag after a run by Carr and a pass to Justice. They come back to Matt Justice, who had first down yardage, but the old holding penalty looks to be bringing this one back as the flag is on the field.
Yeah, they wanted one on the play before, Michael, on the other side of the field over there on our sidelines, but they ran it on this sideline this time and they got the call.
Yeah, they talked him into that one, I believe.
Yeah. These Elmore County guys up here is funny. They was like Elmore County, no, wait, something like
Montgomery.
some Montgomery Eye Care, something talking about the refs. I had never heard that before. That was good.
The White Hat discussing it with the coaches here on Elmore County side, and they, I'm sure, will take the penalties. It was enough for the first down.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
Well, are they both on us, though? Because it almost looked like the official was showing that, like, they pushed our guy into the ground after the tackle. So I don't know if that's unsportsmanlike or what.
We finna see. See what we're going to
Will
get.
they enforce both?
Let's see what we got.
Holding is the first one, and there is no other. So,
Uh-oh.
what? Whoop, there's
Yeah,
another
it
one.
is. Yeah, yeah.
Personal foul against Elmore County. Okay, so they'll step off the holding. Now they're going to step off the 15-yarder. So you back it up 10 from the spot. You tack on 15 the other way, and that benefits Tallassee a little bit. And almost put it about where Matt went out of bounds, like it never happened. At the 47, which will give Tallassee a first down.
So we wind up with a first down anyway?
I believe so. 47 of Elmore County. The clock is at 1:16. 21-0 is our score. We get closer to the halftime festivities. We'll hear a little bit of the Maroon Machine and the Pride of Tallassee. Of course, they're honoring the seniors on Tallassee's band tonight. Stack them up on the left side with Justice and Daniels. And here on the right is Goff. Ellis in the backfield will have Carr beside him. We've got in a slot on the left side, J.T. Carbon. So here is
What they're still
what will be
discussing
first down eventually. They gave me time to tell you everybody basically. I could give you that. I didn't give you the offensive line, but I pretty much called out everybody else.
You can't start that until your other official's ready there, Blue. Oh, my goodness. All right.
Ellis from the shotgun looking to throw to Daniels. Left side, catch made to the 40 and down at the 38. He's short of the first down. We'll bring up second down. The clock's under a minute now. Tigers going to have to step it up a bit. They have one timeout remaining.
I'd take at least one shot to the end zone right here, Michael.
Well, they'll get the privilege of first down, stopping the clock for a moment, but they got to get them first. 47, taking a lot of time here. Second down. Here's Truck with an empty backfield. Coming in motion is Carr. Fake to him. Truck takes it. He didn't get it the first time. He then popped it outside, got the first down, and then he ran out of bounds to stop the clock. Well done. Stopped the clock with 31 seconds and went out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
We're holding the blocks, guys, on those corners, and that's the difference in those plays we had earlier where that guy was getting loose. We held those blocks, good long blocks there, and he was able to squirt through there and get some good yardage.
Yeah, it was a good, nice run by Truck Griffin right there because the host closed up really fast. But like Brad said, we held our blocks, and he was able to bounce it outside.
1st and 10, Ellis in the shotgun formation, looking to throw, rolling right, pressure coming. Will throw it underneath and incomplete. Probably a good thing he didn't catch that. Jalen Daniels had to dive for it. Because if he catches it, the clock's going to still be running. We'd have to use our final timeout. 2nd down and 10, 25.5 on the clock.
I'd run a go route to Truck.
They're letting them play tonight, aren't they?
Aren't getting the penalties we've had the last few games, which we were pretty happy about. I mean, we've had a few. We've had some personal fouls and unsportsmanlike type things tonight, too, but nothing like the last 2 games we played. Play action. Looking to throw. Over the middle, wide open. Touchdown, Tigers. That post route to Jalen Daniels. They bit on the play fake, and there was nobody in the middle.
That was a good play by number 13 for the Tallassee Tiger, Tyler Ellis, to read that play. And like you said, good play action fake on that play, and they bit hard on it. And Truck just ran the old-timey post route.
Freshman to sophomore for the touchdown. 30-yard scoring pass, 27-0 Tallassee. Big backbreaker, too, right before the half.
Yeah, go up 28-0.
Goff will hold. Johnson will kick. Got the hold down. The kick's up. And he has put it through there again. 4 for 4 tonight. 28-0 Tigers. 18.6 seconds remaining in this first half of play. Tallassee Tigers football on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum Channel 97.
Who caught that touchdown pass? I thought that was
Jalen.
That was Jalen.
Oh, it was Jalen?
Little guy.
Oh, I thought that was Truck. My bad.
All right, we're still kind of out of sequence here, so we can't play this whole break. So what I'm going to do is pick up the end of the last break. Tell you what, see this right here? Let's go there. Double-click that. There you go. Nah, I don't know if I need to play that actually.
We're coming back.
Here, double-click the next one. Never mind, just let it roll. Johnson kicking off. Short kick is taken by Holton, who will get near in midfield. That will stop the clock at 10.6. We got guys going at it out there, and some of the Elmore County players taking down their own guys to keep them from getting in the midst of any kind of back and forth. And we need to get in the half as quickly as we can. We thought we may have spoken too soon a moment ago, that we haven't had this kind of activity tonight, but starting to break out a little bit here before the half. 28-0 Tallassee on top, 10 seconds left in this first half. Good crowd again here tonight. Obviously, when these two face off, you get that. Elmore County brought a pretty good contingent from right up the road in Eclectic. And pretty good crowd on hand here to see the Tigers on senior night.
First down 10 for the Panthers at the Tiger 48.
Official's probably going to have to step off. Well, I thought he might have called a penalty or something, but he just had the ball in the wrong place.
The wrong 48.
Yeah, if I'm Elmore County, I'm heaving one towards the end zone.
I
In
am
fact,
too.
see as far as I can throw it.
They're going to hand that thing to number 7 again.
Shotgun, looking
no.
to throw. And we'll throw it down the field and a push and a catch, but out of bounds or not.
He
Oh,
caught
he
it.
said it was a catch. And it's with 2.8. A lot of contact. Josiah Reed made the grab. Went out of bounds at the 18. I wasn't thinking he had a foot in there. I thought one was out.
I concur.
We got 3 flags back here, guys.
Great. They
Could
had
have been a
flags.
late hit or it could have been a hold. Let's see. Chop block's what Jimmy's saying. Well,
I was so busy watching the guy in bounds
Yeah.
down here. I missed all that.
yeah. One thing I will say about this crew, they're very deliberate in their powwows. They take forever.
They definitely have a
They
discussion
drag
about
this thing on pretty good tonight.
That'll wake you up.
They got an air horn here. For some reason, they're talking about dinner plans already. I thought they waited at least till the third quarter for that.
They ordering that Little Caesars for halftime.
Goodness gracious, come on.
You see him pull his phone out and get that Little Caesars out?
it. It must be multiple penalties is what they're discussing. That's the only thing I can figure is this multiple penalties.
Well, it's three flags on the field, so there's a very good chance of that.
But they all came on back. Like, at least the official's still marking where the play was ended.
Come on, man. We're not going tonight. White hat finally going to give us an indication of personal foul against Elmore County, personal foul against Tallassee, offsetting,
So replay it down.
and unsportsmanlike again against Elmore County. So an unsportsmanlike and 2 personal fouls.
So,
And so they got 2, we got 1. That means it's 15 yards against them.
so do they?
Elmore County coaches.
So it's like the
wondering
play
what's up.
never happened.
Well, it happened during the play. It wasn't post-play, so I think Elmore County wanted the play to count, but it happened apparently during the play. Wasn't a dead ball situation. Home cooking.
At 28
That's the
to
first time
nothing.
I've heard that one yet, though. Tonight,
I don't know that it's home cooking at 28 to nothing, but we'll if you
Right.
say so.
a lot of flags here lately, though. Explanations going on with the head official, the referee, and Elmore County coaches. They're not pleased with that, obviously. They might just take a knee here and get in the locker room. 2.8 on the clock. Ball stepped off back to the 33.
I mean, you got to argue it, don't you?
You got to.
Sure.
But, you
I
know,
don't have a problem with
in
that.
all actuality, the receiver's foot was out of bounds.
That's it. They run the clock without taking a snap. That has completed the first half of play. Tallassee with a dominating 28-0 lead here over their rivals from Elmore County. The Parker Tire Service Center halftime report coming your way next here on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum Channel 97. Okay.
Who's going to do it with me? Jimmy again? Michael, Jimmy going to do it again? Jimmy going to do it? Jimmy going to do it? Okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah. I was concentrating more on getting on. It's a shame, man. Marciano had 95 yards before he went out. He was averaging 9 yards a carry.
We had 10 carries for 95 yards.
He had, 10 for 95, 9.5 a carry.
It's pretty strong. Probably got to get a little mentally tough.
Like Xavion's got 66 off 2 carries.
Yeah, I hear you. Philip. I work for Allstate. If nothing else, it's accurate, huh? They should have put 106.5 on the radio instead of 94.9 or whatever's on there.
Yes, sir.
Bring it, bring it.
And welcome back. This is the Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report. Stephen Osborne here with Jimmy Jones. Jimmy, pretty complete game for the first half for Tallassee.
Yeah, a lot different than last week's first half.
Yes, yes.
Well, you know, it's one thing. I want to give a shout out to Will Blocker. It's one thing, you know, they said he gave him a pep talk before the game. You know, it's one thing to talk, but he came out and got business handled.
He did. But well, the whole defense, the entire defense and the offense has. I mean, they've played a they've played a complete game to me.
And unfortunately for Elmore County, it's a
choose your words wisely because it don't happen a lot.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, Elmore County's probably a little young, like Tallassee is. And but a lot of times it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmy and Joes. Well, and it seems like we have the talent edge tonight for sure.
And that's what I was kind of getting at. I didn't know if you were going to go that. I feel like Elmore County is outmatched. And you don't hear that a lot with a Tallassee team because Tallassee's usually either smaller or they've got less personnel than the team they're playing. And tonight it's opposite. I mean, Tallassee actually is.
And I think this is a difference between a small 5A school and a big 4A school.
That's right. That's right.
That's just, you know, but Tallassee's looked good tonight.
They have. I'm just going to throw a few stats out really quickly. This is going to be probably an abbreviated halftime show, but Tallassee has 245 yards of total offense. Elmore County 99. Passing, Tallassee 47 yards on 3 of 6. Passing for Elmore County 17 yards on 2 of 4. Rushing, Elmore County 82 yards on 24 attempts. Tallassee 198 yards on 18 attempts. And I'm going to go ahead and shoot down and give you some of these stats. Before Marciano went out, he had 10 attempts for 95 yards. Xavion, 2 attempts for 66 yards and his 1 TD. And Truck, of course, has gotten his attempts, 6 attempts, 37 yards. But they have been kind of keying on Truck.
Yeah, and most of Truck's runs are between the tackles.
That's
too.
right.
And, you know, and one thing I noticed we're doing tonight that we hadn't done in the last couple games is we're throwing the ball the perimeter, making their defense run sideline to sideline.
That's right. Yeah, letting our speed guys get it out in space, and that's what needs to happen. Well, except on the touchdown, and then they just happen to have Jalen wide open over the middle. So
Yeah, he got lost in the secondary.
he really did. He did. So it's been a good game, and I'm gonna tell you, we don't get to say this a lot, but hold on, let me get to it. Clay Johnson,
4 for 4.
4 for 4 on extra points, and he's really only had one that was close, and that was because it was a bobble snap.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
he's come through tonight, so that's been good. And I think we've done a good job on the kickoffs. It was strategy to do it short and everything, in which we wish we could get one deeper, but
It'd be nice to have somebody kicking in the end zone every time and come out to the 20.
that would be good. But we've kept them contained, and that's been the good thing
that's
on
right.
the kickoffs.
That's right, because that number 7 for them, you can tell he's got some breakaway speed.
And I'm going to tell you, he's had a good. Keyshawn Benson has had a pretty good night. 13 attempts, 49 yards. He's their go-to guy.
Yeah, he's had a couple of fumbles that's hurt him, though.
He has. They run that misdirection a lot, but Tallassee's kind of gotten it bottled up and made the adjustments on him. So I think it's going to be a fun second half. Well, maybe for Tallassee, but Tallassee's needed a game like this. I do feel bad for Elmore County, but Tallassee's needed a game.
Every Tallassee game this year where we've been ahead has been a tight game. Hadn't had a chance to play a game from in front.
That's right.
By more than one touchdown.
That's right. We've kind of been on the edge of our seats.
Well, our defense has always been one play away from having the game tied up or lose the lead.
That's right.
All year. So maybe the defense can relax in a little bit in the second half and play unstressed. Maybe
there you go.
I was trying to think of the right word. Yeah,
relaxed.
There you go. Maybe that's a better word.
Well, thank y'all for listening. This has been the Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report. Going to go to a break and come back so we can get all of senior night festivities with the pride of Tallassee.
Checking your picks. Hey, it makes it fun keeping up, though, doesn't it? I mean, even just trying to see how you can do. Yeah. Halftime here at J. Heidelbrand Stadium. 28-0, Tallassee leading Elmore County. Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report continues with the sounds of the pride of Tallassee.
We open with River Deep Mountain High. We continue with I'll Be There. Jackie Aldridge is escorted by Laura Steele and Matt Steele. She plans to attend Southern Union to major in nursing.
28-0 Tigers lead Elmore County. Halftime will continue after this on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum, Channel 97.
She plans to attend the University of South Alabama to major in criminal justice and social work. Kyle Boatwright is escorted by Hubert and Ann Boatwright. He plans to enlist in the Marine Corps, Missouri, and attend Auburn University to major in theater and music. Hunter Bowles is escorted tonight by Jamie Bowles and Lena Bain. He plans to attend the University of South Alabama to major in information technology. Sinclair Cole is escorted by Carrie and Michelle Cole. She plans to attend Howard University to major in communication and sportscasting. Sarah Covington is escorted by Richard and Sarah Covington. She plans to attend Troy University to major in nursing. Riley Davis is escorted by James and Kristen Davis. He plans to attend Troy University to major in music education. Delina Dean is escorted by Steve and Alicia Dean, and in loving memory of Christy.
Give me about 5 seconds to finish this Snickers bar.
University of Montevallo to major in musical theater or music education.
All right, I'm ready.
East is escorted by Steve and Lisa East. Her college plans are undecided, but she plans to major in graphic design.
This week's Seegers Law Student Athlete of the Week is Ian Tatum. Tatum is the son of Carrie Tatum and Sharon Tatum and has played for the Varsity Tigers just this year. As a matter of fact, he'd never played football before this year. Said he'd always played baseball only, but decided he'd give it a shot. And still undecided about what he'll do after graduation. Thinking about joining the military by enlisting in the Marines. Said he thought he'd enjoy being a mechanic. When asked about what his dream job would be, Ian replied, "It'd be awesome to get paid to hunt and fish." Needless to say, during his spare time, he enjoys hunting and fishing and hanging out with his friends. This week's Seegers Law Student Athlete of the Week, Ian Tatum. Congratulations to him. Appreciate Seegers Law for sponsoring this all season. And, of course, Catherine Davis, guidance counselor at the school, for providing the information for us each and every week as well. As we wind down our season tonight, we get close to concluding our final Parker Tire and Service Center halftime report as well. And our score is 28-0 Tallassee on top of Elmore County. We're going to take one more break, and when we come back, we'll run through some scores for some other games, some already starting in the second half. That's coming up next here on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum, Channel 97. Spectrum jackets like he's got, since we're doing the Spectrum Game of the Week.
Lyndon Oliver is escorted by Tim and Stacy Oliver. Her future plans are undecided. Thomas Pollard is escorted by Dick and Mariah Pollard.
What do you do with it to make it? What do you can flip it out or something?
To major in optometry.
Oh, cool.
Caleb Thornton is escorted by David and Deborah Thornton. He plans to attend the University of Montevallo and major in psychology.
Yeah, we got off on the break, so all these breaks are too short, but I'm going to probably send it back to you for one more break after this. All right, here we go. Here's some of the scores from the first half of action tonight from games across the River region, and some of these are at half. Still some partial scores from the first half, and actually some have begun the second half. Trinity and St. James are already underway in the third quarter. And what was a scoreless first half of action, St. James leads 14-7 now in the third quarter. So they got untracked pretty quickly with the offensives there. In the second quarter, Prattville up on Lanier 21-6. Halftime score, Stanhope Elmore 14, Greenville nothing. It's halftime with Dothan up on Jeff Davis 18-0. Benjamin Russell playing Valley, team that in Tallassee's region this year, and won the region championship. They trailed Benjamin Russell, playing up in classification to 6A team. It's 7-0 again at halftime. In the second quarter, Marbury 23, Hopeful nothing. And halftime up in Weaver, Alabama Christian blowing out Weaver 31-0 at the half. All right, up next, second half action here. Tallassee 28, Elmore County nothing, right here on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV and Spectrum Channel 97.
So it's 23-0? I thought it was 13-0. Good gracious.
Yeah, 23.
So I gave you both high school games tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't but one game ahead of you now.
Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this thing finishes. I was just letting you have a little fun with it. I decided I'd start trying again.
Well, I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Got to let everybody bask in the sun every now and then, right?
Okay, done with that one.
Well, I knew the bowl games are coming up in a little while. I was going to crash and burn there anyway, so it didn't matter.
I never do well in that. That's when you can win it back. Yeah, ready, yeah. They honored the Pride of Tallassee senior band members. I enjoyed one thing they did that I've not noticed them do. Some of the auxiliary got a chance to do kind of a solo act during that senior recognition moment, and I was very impressed with that. Of course, all the senior band members were announced, as they did with the football team, the cheerleaders, and the dance team as well. They make this experience what it is on Friday nights. It's not just the football team. It's all those others that are involved with this Friday night football thing, and the fans too. It's just a great experience every week, and we're going to miss it. This is our final half of football this year for Tallassee. You know, we got a minute before we start the second half. Next year we'll start the season with Reeltown, and we're all kind of pumped up about that. That series is being renewed, and the question of where it'll be is still to be determined, but we do know Tallassee and Tallassee and Reeltown will start the 2020 season on a Thursday night, and Coach Battles, of course, talked about it a little bit more this week in a regular conversation with him, and said we'll work all the details out later. But that third week in August, we're going to have some high school football between the Tigers and Rebels once again, and everybody's pumped.
Can you imagine, Michael, how many people are going to be at that ball game next year between us and Reeltown? Because we hadn't played in a number of years, and they're another one of those teams that's a rival of ours that we enjoy playing, and with us not having played them in a while, and in that Reeltown doing really well right now in the season that they got going on over there with Coach Matt Johnson and their team, we'll be pulling for them in the playoffs, and looking forward to them doing good things and great things hopefully this year in the playoffs. But hey, I'm interested in that game. I'm interested in it, and anticipating next year to get here so we can watch that ball game.
I'd like to book in the season with that game first and this game last. That'd be nice.
Perfect.
But we don't really know what the realignments are going to do. Reclassification comes up this time around, and next year we'll have new regions, and Tallassee and Elmore County could be back in the same region again. Who knows? And that would change that. But we'll see. We look forward to that. That's something to look forward to in the off months. I know Coach Battle said, it's finality when it's over on Friday night. This is it for both of these teams.
Yep.
But, the off-season program's pretty lengthy. It starts back up full force in January. Asking him, what do you miss most about when the season's in like this? Because those guys are involved with it and very much vested. He says he misses the practices. Because you spend more time with the kids in practice than you do on Friday nights. You get 48 minutes of football. You're with them all week, working to get in, obviously, in the offseason every day leading up to it. So we're ready to kick it off in the second. Elmore County is going to get the ball to start this third quarter. Second half of play, and a 28-0 Tallassee lead. Clay Johnson tees it up as we're ready. Tallassee, I think you could say, probably played its best half of football all season in that first two quarters. Here's a kick deep, and Benson's got some running room as he'll cross midfield. 45-40 of Tallassee, a big return. It was a long kick by Johnson, but he returned it a long way.
That was a good play by Xavier Carr, Michael, for Tallassee, because once again, that was a touchdown saving tackle by him. That's two he's had tonight, because he had a lot of green grass in front of him. So, but it was a good return. They opened up a hole, and they get good field position there at the 39 here. So let's see what our defense does and what their offense does.
Best starting position tonight for Elmore County. Short field, 1st and 10. Down 4 touchdowns. Still some football to be played, though. Left side handoff. Benson, who made the nice return, will get the first carry, and he'll take it to the 36, picking up 3, close to 4 yards.
That's the same play they keep running, Michael. They overload the right side, their right side, our left, and then they just basically run a play back to the left side.
Folks got the coffee tonight. Coffee and hot chocolate.
Yes.
Cold night. We're in the 40s now. Temperatures have dipped throughout the evening.
Good to see Brisky Chappelle making that tackle.
No doubt. 47 degrees right now on a 2nd and 7. Deep throw, wide open, touchdown.
Number 19.
Josiah Reed with a catch. He came down the left sideline, got a step on his man, and it was a perfect throw from Dylan Weaver. And Elmore County's on the scoreboard with under a minute elapsed here in this third quarter. It's 28-6.
Yeah, he got a step on our defense, Michael, and they just threw that one over the top. Kind of like Randy Moss used to say, take the top off the defense. You remember that?
Yes, and he could do it. He could do it.
Yes.
That's right.
I mean, that's a pretty pass and pretty catch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can't throw any better. Zachary Jones' extra point attempt is up, and it's good. So Elmore County comes out with a quick score to start this third quarter. It's 28-7, 11:06 to go, third quarter. Tallassee Tigers football on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum Channel 97. It was.
All right, then.
That was quick.
That's what Jimmy said.
Rut row.
That ain't even a whole minute off the clock. That's like 54 seconds.
Hey, we did that on purpose. It's about concession sales. We don't have any more games this year. We're going to keep them in the house.
Oh, that's funny. I don't care who you are.
Don't let Ledbetter grab the mic from you tonight, man.
Hey, Bruce said get with him about some advertisement.
Yeah. Short kick covered up by Tallassee at their own 34. 28-7. Tallassee leading. Elmore County on a 39-yard scoring drive and a 36-yard touchdown pass from Weaver to Reed has gotten on the scoreboard. Tallassee with a 3-touchdown advantage still. Those they take over on their first offensive series of the second half. And it'll be a left side handoff to the tailback. Xavier Carr crossing the 40 up to near the 42, a good 7 yards on first down.
He's running good tonight, Michael, and he's one of the ones that we talked about that would be coming back next year. He's only a sophomore, and so we've got a stable of running backs coming back next year, and that's certainly good for the future. I know we're going to have to replace some talented young men across that offensive line, but at least I like our skill players that are coming back.
Truck Griffin, Wildcat, left side run. Has the first down. He's up to the 45-yard line, picked up 4.
That was number 5. That wasn't Truck.
Oh, that is true. I was just
No, that's Truck.
Is it?
They had to swap. Yeah, the number 2 jersey was ripped.
Oh, and they made it.
He come back out as number 5.
Don't say we don't have a number 5 on the roster, so we have a new number 5, and it is still Truck Griffin, though.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you. Hey, I thought it looked like him.
Yeah.
The number was turned upside down, though. Isn't that a 2 upside down? Something like that. Or flipped around. Here is run left side with Truck again across midfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. And picked up about 7 on first down. Tallassee with some good chunks on first down tonight.
I'm not looking for Tallassee to do anything fancy here in the second half. You got a 3-touchdown lead. Right now, you just want to eat clock.
Ellison at quarterback, shotgun, looking and handing off. Xavion right side will get it. 45 down to the 43. That's a first down.
And Michael, one of the things, and we talked about this, not necessarily on the radio, but one of Eclectic's fans came up here and spoke to us a while ago, and they've only got like 35 kids on their roster. And so you would think our depth would start weighing on them because we're running in a multitude of running backs. And so their defensive line is going to certainly get wore down.
And they're playing everybody both ways. You know, Tallassee plays a lot of guys both ways too, but able to get them spared a little bit. Throw out and knock down. That was a good defensive play.
Yeah.
Zachary Johnson came up, might have saved a touchdown as they looked at a short man, went over the top to Matt Justice, and if he doesn't get a hand on it, it might be going for 6.
Yeah, Jalen Daniels was out in the flat like they were going to run a screen. Is what he was doing, or like a little bubble screen to the left over there to our sideline. And then Matt Justice slipped out and was going to try to catch the cornerback cheating up. And but the safety read the play number 24 for them.
Hey, if we get a little error on that pass, it's a touchdown.
Yeah,
just
doubt.
a little bit. He barely got his hand on it.
Left side run, Truck Griffin, stiff arm 1, stiff arm 2. Man, look at him go. Boy, he's a tough guy. 2 Elmore County would-be tacklers tried to come up and grab him, but he just slung them down with the right arm.
And the only reason he quit running is because he run out of real estate over there on the left sideline.
I hope somebody got a picture of that, boys. That was
pretty
textbook.
good.
Jimmy Jones has it on video.
Textbook. Stiff arms there.
It's a first down run. Now, misdirection handoff, right side, Xavier. Stutter steps to get outside. He's to the 20 and goes out of bounds. And boy, he might have been tackled over there after he went out. No penalty flag.
Now we got a penalty.
Hey, actually, he was never tackled. He run over a couple of guys who were attempting to tackle him.
We got one on the coach right here, though.
Yeah. It's
the coach was eating a referee up right here, and he got him 15.
A conversation taking place once again with the men in stripes. We got our final scoreboard show of the season coming up after we're done here, presented by City Collision. Scores from all the games around, and maybe even look ahead to some of those playoff games next week as they will go half the distance after the penalty on the sideline here from Elmore County. First and goal, Tigers, as they put it at the 10. Griffin in a Wildcat set, goes right up the middle, hit at the 5, keeps running, goes into the end zone. Did he get in?
No, stopped him about 6 inches short, Michael.
I thought he was in.
Yeah,
no indication from the official, though, so he is short of the goal line.
Yeah, he really saw that knee get down early, guys, I think. I thought he was in as well.
He landed in. He must have put a knee down.
He's what, about the half-yard line, Brad?
tip of the balls.
Yeah, tip of the ball's on the line going in.
Second down play. It's Brisky. Can he get a score? And yes, they finally get an indication. Touchdown Tigers. Brisky Chappelle, his first score.
Good job by number 10.
And happy to see another senior get in the end zone. And nobody is more excited than Octavius. He's getting high fives from everybody on the sideline, chest bumps, and all the rest.
It's good to see all these seniors, Michael, getting some action. Brisky Chappelle got that touchdown right there. Will Blocker's got 2 on the night, scooping scores. And so it's good to see these seniors having a good night on their last night, wearing the purple and the gold.
34-7. Here's the extra point try coming from Clay Johnson. Got a pair of Johnsons kicking tonight. One is Clay, and the other is Zachary. They are both number 24, too. That one's blocked. That's the first block. And it's dead after they tried to return it on the block. Extra point. Remains 34-7 Tallassee. 7:53 to go in this third quarter play. Tallassee 34, Elmore County 7.
So you can't return it?
No.
In college you can. You can't here.
Oh.
I don't like that
He was
rule
off-
anyway. I
he was
think
off
it's
to
the
the
dumbest
races.
rule, about one of the dumbest rules in football is a 2-point play, an extra point. That you could go in and kick an extra point at the end of a game, be leading, let's just say it's 14-13, you're kicking the extra
And
point,
it's blocked.
and they block it and run it back, beat you 15-14. That's the stupidest thing. I mean, that could happen.
Does it only count as 2? I thought it counted as a touchdown
No,
when they
not
did
No,
on
it's
that.
block.
2. It's 2
Okay.
points for the other, for the
On the extra
the
point.
defense.
I know it happened.
No,
to
I don't know if I've seen one where that's happened. If at the end of the game you're up 14-13, there's no time, I wouldn't even kick it. I'd just take a knee. Of course, I don't even make you kick it.
So,
But
Butler,
say there's 2 seconds left in the game and you did that or something, or 2 minutes.
so what do you? Hey guys, I just found a $5 bill on the sideline. Boys, I tell you what, we stomping.
We eating steak tonight.
Finders keepers.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Number 17.
Returned by Brody Ward. Brings it out to the 38 of Elmore County. They're down now to Tallassee 34-7. So Tallassee answered Elmore County's score with one of their own. Here are the Panthers on first down. That double handoff from the running back to the wing back ends up going to gear from Benson. It picks up about 4 yards out to the 43.
Mike, we're beginning to see a few substitutions out there on defense. Nazarius Robinson, number 30 for the Tallassee Tigers, just went in. Don't get to call his name a whole lot on the year.
No, good to see some new faces
Yeah.
get out there, especially
He's a senior,
with a big lead.
and so good
Weaver
to
wants to throw. He's flushed, throws, and it is hit by about 3 different players. One was Truck Griffin, the other was Dalton Lanier, and then it also touched the hands of Benson, the intended receiver. Incomplete. 2 penalty flags are down the field.
I'm not sure exactly what this is going to be, guys, over here. One was thrown really, really late. I don't know if they're on the same thing or what, but it's definitely over here.
Well,
away
I
from
might
the play.
have spoken too soon earlier when I said that we haven't had near the penalties as we had last week, and they're starting to pile up. There's one indicated against Elmore County. I didn't see what he called, but he pointed in their direction. Of course, his back's to us since we're on the visiting side. Here it is, an eligible man downfield.
Oh, okay. But it is good to see some of these other seniors getting in the game. You know, that's good to see on senior night. They're getting to go out there and play a little bit in the second half. They normally don't get to play, so good to see that. Pulling for the young man to make a play right here.
Back it up another yard. Now it's second down and 11. Another 5 yards, 1 yard off the original line. Pressure. Weaver got away from blocker. Walker is still giving chase, incomplete. A couple of Tigers bearing down on Weaver, including Napoleon Foster Reed. And another flag dropped after the play.
They're getting a little chippy. Both sides are.
Away from the reaction of some of the Panther players, it could be against them again because they look like they're upset.
I wouldn't think that would be intentional grounding.
I think number 50 was going to be down.
That is the call, intentional grounding. Loss of down, and we'll make it 3rd down, and they'll step off about, 5 more yards, make it 3rd and 16.
I think I'm going to have to agree with the elected brethren over here. I don't necessarily understand that call right there because he was outside the tackle box.
Yeah, apparently the guy standing right beside him when he threw it didn't think it was a penalty. This guy threw from middle of the field, so I don't know. I'm probably with you, Philip. At this point in the game, the score, you just let that go, I think.
I think so, Brad. I agree with you on that one. He was well outside the tackle box, and he threw it past the line of scrimmage, and basically that is the rule. As long as you're outside the tackle box and you throw it past the line of scrimmage.
Time is called on the field by Elmore County. We'll take a break to 6:23 to go, 3rd quarter. Tallassee 34, Elmore County 7.
I don't understand that call.
Did it make it to the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, it did.
Well, I'm just trying to find a reason they would call that.
I don't know if it did. You sure it did?
Yeah, it may not have made it back to the line of scrimmage, but it was mighty doggone close. I don't know if you make that call or not. And like I said, the guy standing right here beside him didn't have an issue. This guy threw it from the crown of the field.
He hadn't been able to throw a flag yet tonight, so when he get one in.
Well, look, hey,
he hadn't met his quota.
He threw it at number 50's feet, so I thought he was going to call ineligible receiver downfield again, but I guess they talked about it and come up with something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see. Concession sales, baby. It's always slower this thing goes, the more money we put in the athletic department, right?
According to Stephen, though.
Hey. Oh, no, they got to stay for the show at the end.
They got to do the show at the end.
Show at the end, baby. Senior night.
Yeah. Play action, looking to throw. Weaver underneath, overshot his intended receiver. He's trying to connect with Nathan Jones. He was upset. He didn't get it, but a lot of pressure on his quarterback.
Yeah, covering on that play was number 11 for Tallassee Tigers, Jacob Webster. Had good coverage. And like you said, their number 7 right there is upset at himself, Benson, and he thought he should have had that ball.
And it'll be a punt coming. Johnson steps back in punt formation. Had one block tonight. Will Blocker blocked punt. He's got a couple touchdowns tonight.
Let's see if he can add another.
Here comes Lanier. And pressure up the middle from Blocker, but he got it off. Fair catch called for and made back at the 33 by Clayton Goff. Tallassee with the football.
That was a good punt by number 24, Zachary Jones, for them. Got a pretty strong leg.
Taking over now at the 34 where he marked it. Well, now it's at the 35. What happens, the guy who marked it left, and they didn't know where to put it, so they just had to guess.
They just guessed at
it. Yeah, because actually, I think we gained a couple out of that. Tallassee with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 35. Griffin fakes left, runs back the other way, and gets it up to the 39. You know, he pretty much sets his trademark. He takes one step back to right and then comes back the other way, and almost always goes off tackle the other way.
Yeah,
and he's pretty good for 3 or 4 yards at least every time he does that.
And when he's doing that, he's trying to allow his hold to open up and find a crease that he can hit, so he can gain those, 2 or 3 yards.
And maybe get, a little bit of a move from the defense going that way possible. Here's the I formation with Ellis back in. Handoff, Xavion out across the 40 to the 42. It'll be third down. 3rd and 3 for the Tigers. 5:23 to go in this third quarter. 34-7 Tallassee on top. Led 28-0 at the half. Elmore County scored quickly to start the third, and the Tigers drove it back down the field for another touchdown. We mentioned that last week 35 was the high point for scored points this year by a Tallassee team, and if they score again here, they'll pass that. They might do it on this play. Here's Truck Griffin inside the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown. He was about to fall over a couple of times, but he takes it the distance, 58 yards, and Tallassee is up 40-7.
I thought he pulled something there for a second.
It looked almost that way, the way he kind of
got
checked up there at the end. Yeah. Maybe he's just worn out. Who knows? Looks like he's okay coming off the field. 40-7 Tallassee. Goff will hold on the kick attempt coming from Johnson. Blocker snapping. Good snap and hold. The kick's up, and it is good. Tallassee 41-7 lead now. 4:48 to go. Third quarter, Tallassee Tigers football on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum, Channel 97. Brody Ward with an excellent return. Ward returning to the 42 of Tallassee. They've done it a couple of times tonight. Pretty good returns. I kind of like that kick, for Tallassee. It skipped back to about the 25-yard line. That's about as far as we can kick one, really. That's what we've done this year, and it was just a great return. Came right up the middle of the defense. They opened up a couple of areas, and Ward took advantage. Here is a fumble, ball on the ground. Going to be picked up by Benson. He'll get inside the 40 down to the 36. We've seen a lot of balls fall on the turf tonight. That one benefited Elmore County as they handed off to Brown, and Benson was fortunate enough to be in the right spot. They pick up 7.
Yeah, we didn't realize the ball was on the ground right there, Michael. And that's 2 plays back-to-back Dalton Lanier's made, because he's the one that saved that touchdown on that return, and then he just made that tackle right there.
Hand off right side. Benson goes to the 33. He's a yard short of the first down, 3rd down.
I don't know if it's me or what, but it seems like they run that play right there. When they offset the line, when they bring their wing back in motion, they run it to the right every time.
Every time, yep. It's not just you.
You notice that too?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't they try to do it the other
They've
way?
only gone on the sweep one time all night.
3rd down and 1.
Uh-oh.
Gear hitting the backfield. He'll have no chance. They stuffed him back at the 37.
Hey, Michael, I talked about Desarius Robinson going in the game a while ago. He's the one that snuffed that play out. Number 30,
Good
senior
job
for
there.
the Tallassee Tigers.
And it brings up 4th down and 6. They lost 5 on the play.
Good play, number 30 right there. And Truck come in and helped him clean it up.
Never really got going on that one. On a bobble on the exchange a bit.
That's a young fella getting a play right there, isn't it?
No, he's a senior.
I'd say a young fella, a guy that doesn't see a whole lot of playing time. I guess
Yeah,
backtrack on that.
He's a senior, but you're right, Brad. He don't get a lot of playing time, so it's good to see him out there.
Weaver looking left, deep. This was a touchdown play a moment ago. Gonna call a penalty on Tallassee on the pass interference.
Did they not call that?
Well,
They
I
did
see the
call it.
flag.
you know,
Okay.
the bad thing on that, and from my vantage point, they just got tangled up with their feet. He didn't even touch
I
him.
think he was grabbing a little bit, though, as he was going along.
It looked like he had his hand on him.
Yeah.
But
A little tugging going on there, maybe.
That might have been just a little bit more than two-hand touch on that one.
First down for pass interference against Tallassee to the 22 of the Tigers.
You know, I'm surprised they don't target number 19 more because,
Yeah, he's a mismatch out
yeah,
there.
he's
I
bad.
mean,
Mismatch.
at least
He's a
as far
tall-
as
yeah,
his size, he's a big fella. You mentioned 6'3".
he's tall and he's fast. Uh-oh, fumble
Oh,
again.
the ball is on the ground again. Weaver just had to fall on top of it. Lost a couple back to the 24. Never got the snap.
All right, so number 30, Robinson, he's getting a little swagger going now. He's got the little where they wave the finger, not today kind of deal. He's got that going. So
That was
it's
a-
fun, man. Having a good time.
That's the Dikembe Mutombo. You remember when he used to
I
do
do.
that?
I remember.
Don't bring that stuff in here.
When he had blocked somebody, be like, don't think so.
Second down.
I think we're coming to number 19 on your side right there, Phillip.
And they did throw underneath to him. He makes a catch right off the ground.
Yeah,
Oakland
Brad
can only go down to get it. It will be third down and 10.
Brad called that play. And like we were saying, if I'm their offensive coordinator, I'm targeting him a little bit more than what I am because he is a bad mismatch. He's 6'3", might even be taller than that. He's a pretty tall young man. He's lanky, but he's got some wheels on him and he's got good hands.
Did you say he was a Yankee?
Lanky.
Oh, okay, I got you.
sorry, courtesy laugh.
Pump and go.
Pump and go down the sideline. One-on-one. Lanier with a catch.
And
He
that was
picked
the
it off.
interception. He got 1 foot down.
Dalton Lanier with another interception after one last week, back-to-back. And he was one-on-one, this time with Reed again, and he made the most of it.
They gonna
Not
say he's
this
out
time,
of,
he said.
They said he's out of bounds.
No, he had 1 foot in bounds.
Well, this official over here said he had a catch.
Yeah, they called it. They called it touchback.
Might have been a touchback. That's what it was. I was like, wait a minute. And the reason I thought that they called him out of bounds because one of the Tallassee players was arguing with the referee down here.
It is another turnover for Elmore County, and Tallassee will get the ball out at the 20-yard line with 1:01 to go in the third quarter. Great play, great coverage there by Lanier.
And they was targeting number 19. They was throwing that 50-50 jump ball is what they were throwing in the end zone. Dalton just got in front of him, had good coverage.
Left side run with Xavion Carr. 10 yards out to the 30.
We're seeing a whole different group of people come in right here, Michael.
They marked him shy of the 30. Second down and 1.
That second team offense they just run in.
Basically what you just seen come in is the JV team.
Well, I got to give it to the Panthers fans. They are getting into it.
Hey, that
Even though
band
the
is
score's
fired up.
The score's 41-7, but they're enjoying themselves. Got to like that.
Clayton Goff, I believe, is at quarterback now.
And he will do like a read play. And check out number 39 for Tallassee. Get a little action out there. That is Mason Stewart, 5'4", 130-pound freshman. That will do it for the third quarter of play. It's Tallassee 41, Elmore County 7. Tallassee Tigers football continues from 1300 WTLS and 106.5 FM.
somehow this thing gets messed up sometimes on it swaps the ends. So it wound up giving Truck like a 63 yard instead of 58. It's 5 yards, no biggie.
It'll be fine.
It'll be all right.
Close enough.
Let me make sure it's.
It ain't rocket science. Good to see they putting the second team offense out there. The JV. These Skittles are so hard you can't chew them. You want some of them?
No.
You have to like hold them in your mouth
No.
for like 5 minutes before you chew them.
Yeah, I've already eaten the
We didn't
Snickers.
eat the Snickers. You
Man,
behind.
those are really hard to chew when it's cold.
Yeah. Truck now has 133 yards rushing. 12 carries.
$41-7 Tallassee, leading Elmore County as we start the fourth quarter.
I'll come back with stats after this play.
Goff goes right side, and down he goes on 3rd and short. All right, Stephen. I know Truck is now over 100 yards in this game.
Yes, let me get back to it. Bear with me just a second. So, Truck has 133 yards on 12 carries for 11.1 average. Total offense, Tallassee 378, Elmore County 147. Rush yards, Tallassee has 327 yards to 93 for Elmore County.
Here's the punt by Dalton Lanier. And return set up right side. Return to the midfield mark with Garrett Allen. And the Panthers take it with 11:03 left in the game, down 41-7.
Good coverage by the punt coverage team right there, Michael. Had several guys down on the punt coverage team right there to assure that he didn't get a long punt return. And that's what you want to see right here in the fourth quarter. You're up 41-7. You don't want to see them get lazy and sloppy, and you still want to continue to play your game and play aggressive and play good defense, and not let them break a long run like on a punt return or something like that.
New quarterback, going to be a play-action run play, actually a read option run by Keyshawn Benson, who's running the quarterback slot. Picked up about 2, 2nd down and 8.
Tallassee saying we got the ball, but the referees ain't buying what they selling. But Jacob Webster, number 11 for Tallassee, did come out the bottom of the pile with the football.
Sending Weaver back in. He didn't get into the huddle, though, until 10 seconds was on the play clock. He's going to have to hustle.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to call a timeout right here.
3, 2, 1. And they called the timeout. Cantrell did. With 10:10 to go in the game. 41-7. We'll take it with them. Tallassee on top. Tallassee Tigers football on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum Channel 97.
Boy, Electric Band's loud.
They are. You can't hear Tallassee's band when they play. Of course, I mean, I understand that on the other side of the field. And they play pretty much all night and stop.
I think that ball popped out a while ago, but he was so close to the ground he didn't see it.
Yep.
Oh,
Hamburger's coming to the game at quarterback. He handed off, and they do an end-around run play with Brown getting it last. He took a hard lick after he picked up a few.
yeah.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Napoleon Reed, Brisky Chappelle met him on that end around, and they would not be denied. They got the better end of that deal.
So here's 3rd and 6. Weaver under center. Play action, looking to throw. Throws it up. Knocked away. Good defensive play by Bobby Baker. He's waving a finger too. 4th down.
And that young man that he just threw it to is 6'4", 190. Hayden Hope, number 10 for Elmore County. And so there again, you know, they're trying to find their mismatches on the field. So, I mean, that's good play design to try to find your mismatches. But Bobby Baker just made a outstanding play on the ball and tipped it away right there at the last minute.
Nothing to lose here. Panthers going for it. The clock's running even on the incompletion.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody's going to tell them not to keep it running. 4th down and 6. Throwing again. Weaver down the sideline, right side, one-on-one. Good play by Bell. Oh, the flag comes in, the phantom call.
Oh.
I thought that was excellent coverage.
Is Tony Harris out there on the field?
Wow.
Was that Tony Harris as the back judge? The
Come
phantom,
on, I don't think Tony would have thrown that flag now. Come on.
The phantom flag. I'm just messing with you, Tony. Tony, we love you.
St. James
Yeah.
has beaten Trinity 14-7.
How about that?
Dothan leading Jeff Davis 39-7 in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Philip, we ain't never going to get that new bridge we need in town. But hey, look, they're calling that, but they're not calling these holes in the backfield, man. Just let them play at this point. Just keep them from getting nasty and just get out of here. But
1st down to the 30 of the Tigers after pass interference. Indicated at least. Here's a right side running play with Brown to the 28 for a couple.
Once again, Tallassee came out the bottom of the pile with the ball. We got an injured player.
Yeah, that's Brown. Boy, he took a hard lick. We're going to have to give a look to him.
Yeah.
You got to admire a guy who's that small out there running with the big boys. He's 5'5", 160 pounds.
He don't run that way, though.
No, he runs hard.
He runs like a much bigger young man than what he is.
And with the injury on the field, we'll take a break. 8:11 to go. Tallassee 41 and Elmore County 7.
I'm getting a text, Mike. It might have been Tony texting me. No, he didn't text me. He knows I'm just messing.
Hey, give
with
us
him.
give us a weather update. What's the temp?
Uh,
You haven't
cold.
reported since 51, have you?
Mine,
It's got to be about 40.
47. It feels 35.
It does. My hands are.
Yeah, my hands are cold. My nose is cold. My feet are froze. I eat. I chew.
Yes, sir. 2nd and 8. Elmore County with the ball. Oh, stuffing. Got 2 yards. Benson with a 2-yard gain.
How about it? Benson picks up 2. Tackled by Blocker and Crispin. And it'll be 3rd and 6. Incomplete. It was Weaver trying to reach Holton. Incomplete. A 4th down play coming up. Brian from Eclectic was supposed to be here tonight signing autographs. Has anybody seen him?
I ain't seen.
I have
Brian.
seen him. I saw him when I went to get food earlier. He
His
is over
hand
there.
might be
did.
frozen up from signing those autographs. It's gotten pretty cold. 45 degrees now.
Is that Kyle right there? Yeah, that's Kyle right there.
We do have a running clock, though. That was incomplete, and they've just decided to let it run tonight with the score being fairly lopsided now. 41-7, Tallassee leading. So here's 4th down and 6. Pressure from the backside, and there's Blocker with a sack, and that will turn it over to the Tigers again. Will Blocker, the senior, having a big night.
Yes, he's had a well of a ball game tonight, Michael.
Hey, that's how you fight through a hold right there.
Yes, sir.
That looked like what was happening to Auburn the other night against LSU. I'm just saying. But he really did. The dude turned him around. He fought through it, man, and didn't give up. Good way to end a really good career for Will Blanc. That's a great game.
These 13 seniors going to go out with another win, back-to-back victories here at J. Heidebrand Stadium, where, believe it or not, we've been undefeated this year. This will be our 4th home game, and we were 4 for 4. Unfortunately, we did not win a game on the road this year.
I say throw it to 31 over here, Rutland Phillips against number 19.
They're going to run instead, right side. And a pretty good run there. That was Zakarian Daniels getting his first carry of the night.
Number 36 for the Tallassee Tigers.
Now Rutland, he's the same size as Mason Stewart, who just got in the game a moment ago. They're both 5'4", 130, at least on the depth chart here.
You don't reckon those numbers are fudged any, do you?
I don't know. 2nd and 5. Goff running from the quarterback position at shotgun. And that jet sweep. A couple of broken tackles.
Uh-oh, fumble.
I think the ball, did it come out?
Yeah, it was a fumble.
And that was the first time we've seen James Bender get a carry. He's a 9th grader. He came up with a football, so.
Hey, that Bender kid, he I was just talking to Scott right before he got the ball there. He's never tackled with the first contact.
Yeah.
He spins. He's a really good ball player. Excited to see what he's going to look like next year.
Another one of these future stars for the Tigers. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Goff will keep it himself this time. He made the wrong read on that one. I don't know if it was supposed to be his read or not, but he was leveled in the backfield, stopped for a loss, and Tallassee will have to punt it again.
Yeah, I believe
Clock running and winding down under 5.
I believe he gives that to Bender right there on the end of round. I believe Bender picks up the first down for Tallassee.
They did at least key on the quarterback that time. Here is Lanier to punt, maybe for the final time. He's another one of those senior Tigers, Dalton Lanier. Got to tell you, he's a very good punter. He had the interception. He's a very good defensive back. We know that as well, but he's punted the ball very well this year for Tallassee. And you don't get a lot of great punts usually in high school, but he's been pretty consistent all season. Don't shake it after I just built him up.
I got it off.
That's a good one. High punt. It's not handled by Elmore County. They finally have to go down on top. And Garrett Allen tried to take off with it before he had it in his possession, and he had to just go down on it back at the 35. A good punt.
Yeah, good.
33-yarder with no return.
Good coverage by number 41. We got another flag over here on the coach. Good coverage by number 41, Mason Bell, and now number 5, Truck Griffin, on that punt return.
So this is another call on the coaches?
I think so. Pretty sure it is.
Well, is it Coach Cantrell or is it an assistant that's getting?
No, it's Coach Cantrell.
Now, he looks reserved from up here, but I guess I'm not seeing him.
But he was standing right beside that ref when he threw the flag. He was giving him an earful about something. I think he wanted a horse collar or something.
A lot of tolerance from the officials.
They marking that off against Tallassee.
Well, maybe he talked him into it then.
Maybe so. So I guess they did throw that against Tallassee.
That's sportsmanlike against Tallassee. We'll move it out to the 50-yard line. 4:09 left in the game. A 41-7 Tallassee lead.
They actually stopped the clock, Michael.
Yeah, they'll start it back up and let it run a little longer here once we get rolling again. Hand off to Vincent, left side. He fails to make any positive yardage. I think they stopped him behind the line. It'll be second down and 11.
Got a little pushing and shoving right there again. While they sorting that out, Michael, another young man in the game, Keandre Brown, 10th grader, on the defensive line, number 53 for the Tallassee Tigers, is one that actually made that play.
Quentin Thomas has checked in the game for
Yep.
Tallassee as well up front.
Yep, got some new defensive linemen out there. Good to see some new defensive linemen.
There is a flag on the field. This
That
may be
might-
another unsportsmanlike penalty.
That might be offsetting though. I'm not sure, because that was kind of both of them, both teams acting up a little bit there.
It is.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against Elmore County. I don't know if we're bringing it out of the teams. I know we've had our share too here in the last few games or so, but the last 3 games that Tallassee's played, we have seen more personal foul and unsportsmanlike conduct penalties
Crazy.
than I can ever recall in a sequence of games
Yeah,
in high school football. It's unbelievable.
and I know we've played a couple of rivalries here in the last couple of games in Beauregard and Eclectic, but
I'm going to ask Stephen how many penalties that Elmore County right now has, because the last 2 weeks, the opponent for Tallassee, Beauregard last week, and Charles Henderson the week before that, had 18 penalties each.
9 penalties for 95 yards.
And
seems like a lot more.
It seems like it, but I wonder how many of those are unsportsmanlike penalty. That's got to be a grounding call.
That's got to be grounding.
And the official,
Did not
after
call it.
great pressure was applied by Jacob Webster, elects not to throw the flag.
Now that's on them again there. I saw that.
But there's a flag way back behind the play. It wouldn't be in the area of grounding. But they're going to try to catch up, though. They've got 10 now, so we're working our way to 18. We still got 3:28 left on the clock.
We're trying to get there,
Hey,
Michael.
hey, number 52, he's a real tough guy. I tell you what, I'd put Blocker back in the game, let Blocker get a little bit of that.
And again, another personal foul penalty against Elmore County. And what we need to do is just go back and check and see how many personal foul and unsportsmanlike calls were made over the last 3 weeks.
A bunch.
How many have we had tonight?
I can tell you
Because they
total,
go from both sides.
I can tell you total penalties.
I know. I just
We've had 18 total. Well, 17 total. 10 now for them, 7 for us.
And I think we've had at least, 5 or 6 of those right there. Because we've had, it seems like most of them here in the fourth quarter. Last week, Beauregard had bundles of them, more than I can't even remember. It was close to 10 of them probably
Yes.
were unsportsmanlike last week or personal foul variety. And the same thing with Charles Henderson the week before.
Gonna get
And
us.
that's discipline to a degree. I mean, if you can't control your emotions, but I know it's a physical game. Anyway, 3:28 left. They stopped the clock. They bounced. They pushed that ball all the way back to the 16-yard
The
line.
coach is making him do up downs, Michael, in the huddle because of getting them unsportsmanlike conduct. Good for him.
Jordan Cantrell not going to tolerate it.
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. The one that's doing up downs right there is not the one that's causing a lot of trouble right here.
Well,
There's another guy, that number 50. I've not seen him in on a lot of that. I don't know if you guys have or not, but it's another number over here I called out a while ago.
yeah, we don't need to be calling out
Yeah,
numbers.
I know. My bad on that.
But how many times have you seen a coach make a kid do up downs in the?
I
in
can't
the
say
huddle?
I've ever seen it.
In
Not
the
during,
middle of a ball game.
not during the game. Yeah. Here's Gear coming right side. Shoestring
Oh,
tackle made by
good
Webster.
tackle.
Yes, he got out across the 20 to the 22.
Yeah, Jacob Webster saved a lot further gain on that play right there, number 11 by the Tallassee Tigers.
You know, they were. It's so much to gain for the first down. The scoreboard gave up. Because I'm being honest, it was about 40 yards
It
to
was
go on that play.
43.
Yeah. Here's third down.
Now it's 4th and 37. Oh, sorry, 3rd and 37.
running left side with Benson. And he'll get out to the 27. And it'll be fourth down and forever.
Got another flag.
My goodness. 2:43 left in the game that won't end.
He's going to have to come out of the game. His helmet came off.
So it's been a long night, seems like. Tallassee's had a pretty good game, but it's starting to drag on. Defensive holding is the indication. Well, we'll wrap it up here. You know, tonight we'll be done for the season. And as we always say farewell, you know, we'll want to at least give thanks to all the folks who help put this together each week, all the staff here, and especially a great thanks to our sponsors who make this happen. This is our 66th season of Tallassee football on WTLS. It started back in 1954, so 65 years ago, and we've been doing it ever since.
Crazy to think about, isn't it?
It really is. And all of them have happened right here in this stadium, you know, for the home games at least.
Hey, they know they don't get overtime by how many flags they throw, right?
I think that's right.
Boy, they're going to have to
And
get
that
some
one-
extra OxyClean to clean these flags.
They
tonight.
step 10 off against Tallassee, moves it out, and we replay third down. Third down and still a long way to go.
23.
23, thank you very much. They're at the 37-yard line. Got to get to the 40 of the Tigers.
They're still discussing
I
this.
just don't understand why it's so important for them to sit and talk about it forever. This game's over if they just let it finish.
If they let it be over.
Coach Mike Battles, I think maybe he'll tell them that.
They did. I think
It is cold, too, by the way. I'm sure the fans would appreciate it if they just move this thing along here. We'll have college football Saturday to kick off your day tomorrow at 8 o'clock here on WTLS, followed by the Tallassee football replay. No Alabama football tomorrow. Next week, the big one, though, Clemson, LSU in Alabama. There.
I was about to say Clemson.
I know I said Clemson. 11:30. It's as big as that's the last time that Alabama played a number 1 versus number 2 matchup. And the AP poll indicating that holds that'll happen first time in the regular season since 2011 when Alabama and LSU did it in the regular season.
But you know the actual college football playoff comes out on Tuesday.
That's
so
true.
That's going to take precedence over the AP.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting to see. Of course, if those rankings change a little, and I think they will. But next week it'll be 11:30 airtime for that game, and we won't have a Tallassee football game for you. So 2:30, they've got the kick in Tuscaloosa with another game of the century. But that's still 7 days away. Look at the throw. Weaver
Please don't throw a flag.
throws it down the field. Not a contact. Incomplete. Flag is not thrown.
Probably could have.
I think we've had about 3/4 of the plays in the second half have been penalty plays. It seems like every time we run a play, I'm sorry, there's a flag on the play. I was wrong. They threw it at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, that's roughing on Tallassee there. Late hit on the quarterback.
Well, you can't not that, I guess.
It was just a brush of the shoulder pad, but anyway, it's what it is. We'll get out of here.
2:24. We have our community home health and hospice post game when we're complete with the game, and our Spectrum player of the game as well. Coach Mike Battles one more time. And I'll give him 15 on that penalty against Tallassee. So we're starting to mount up some too here.
And that's automatic first down.
Yeah, that Moore County band's loving it though.
Another young man checked into the ball game. Number 25, Luke Burdett, is in the ball game now over at right defensive end for the Tallassee Tigers. He's a ninth grader, Michael.
A lot of young guys getting action tonight. Of course, a lot of young guys played some this year. It's 1st and 10 from the 49 of Elmore County. running right side with Gear to the 45-yard line.
Good tackle by Napoleon Reed, number 7.
And it's they gave him the first down. The penalties, but another penalty flag is on the field again.
Yeah.
You got to final the Dothan and Jeff Davis game. 39-13, Dothan beats Jeff Davis.
What's the update on Marbury?
Let me see if I can pull up some of these scores.
I done gave you 2 games in the high school ranks this week, Michael. You slowly catching back up to me.
Stand up 28, Greenville nothing. That is in the fourth quarter. 36-7, Marbury over Hopeful.
See, I felt sorry for you.
That's in the fourth.
Because you kept pouting because I was in first place.
Prattville 24, Lanier 6. Third quarter score. Alabama Christian up big over Weaver. It's 52-0.
Great. Hey.
That's a final. We
What
mentioned
about
St.
Horseshoe
James
Bend?
beating Trinity 14-7. Benjamin Russell leading Valley 14-0, and now that has gone final. I don't have that one. The
You
one
don't
with
have the
Horseshoe
Horseshoe
Bend and Prattville Christian. I have not seen that score.
The battle of the teams is not so good. That's grounding.
Incomplete. The official says he was close enough for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, official.
Thank you.
Could have been a grounding call on the
Right.
incompletion.
I tell you what, number 25, Luke Burdett, was bearing him down. If he didn't get rid of that ball, he was about to get lit up. So, but I'm thankful that they did not throw the flag on that play.
It'll be third down. We got a running clock, so we're down to almost a minute to go.
Trying to look out there.
Congratulations to these Tallassee seniors who are going to go out on top with a W at least, even though their season has ended before they wanted it to. You got to hurry to get the snap off.
They didn't even call the
He
flag.
didn't, but they let it go.
Now they don't throw a flag.
I didn't want him to.
Oh,
Throw down
good
the
pick.
field, intercepted by Jalen Daniels. He's got a chance to bring one back as he gets it at the 20, 25. He comes up the right side, 30, 40, 45, and down at the 48. So Tallassee with an interception by Jalen Daniels. And with 21.6 on the clock, we can run one more play, and this one will be in the books.
I think they just need to blow the whistle and let the clock run out, not run a play.
This will be Tallassee's 6th win in 7 games against Elmore County, 10 out of the last 12 with the W. And we'll take a knee even though we don't really have to because the game clock, they started the game clock. And I think that's going to be all. Tallassee wins it tonight, beating Elmore County on senior night, wrapping up its season with a 41-7 victory. And they will go 5-4 on the season. For the Panthers, they fall to 2-8. We'll take a break, come back with a community home health and hospice postgame next here on WTLS, Tallassee Times TV, and Spectrum Channel 97. Thank you, man. Player of the game.
Blocker.
Because he shared it the other day. So let's let him have it outright.
What was that? What was that email you told me? What was his name? Ingram.
Ron Ingram.
Ryan Ingram.
They could get something from that because that's kind of an odd thing. You don't get much. 2 touchdowns on plays like that.
Yeah.
You might get some recognition there.
Dadgummit. No, I sent one the other day.
Anybody want this River Region Sports Guide? I've got an extra at home.
No.
Oz, you want this one?
No, thank you. I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, I've struggled on the high school picks these last 2 weeks.
Playoffs are not easy usually either.
Well, I felt sorry for you. You kept
Michael,
whining and pouting.
Can
and
you
everything.
remember, was it R. Ingram or?
Probably R. Ingram.
All right.
You kept whining and pouting because I was whipping up on you.
Hey, y'all gonna have a tough time when it's player of the game, aren't you?
Nah.
It is kind of. It could have gone to a lot of different guys. I would like to give it to somebody who hadn't gotten it this year, but I can't come up with anything.
Yeah.
Tallassee wins against Elmore County, 41-7 your final score. Led 28-0 at the half and cruised to the victory tonight, beating the rivals and finishing the season with a 5-4 record. And that, does it for this year. But next year we'll be back at it with Tallassee Reeltown to kick off the season next year. Can't wait for that. And during the off season, we'll get an opportunity to check out what happens with realignment too. And that'll be coming in the next few months. But it's been a fun season. We appreciate you folks listening and watching every week. Let's run down to the field and see if we can get Brad to grab the coach. They've just played the alma mater here in this senior night victory for Tallassee. Coach is getting congratulated by several. Brad, about to grab it.
All right, here we go. We got Coach here. Coach, it's a great way to end the season right here for these seniors going out. I know you got them all in. They got some playing time, and it looked really good.
Hey, anytime you can finish up with a winning record, we had a tough season. We played a lot of tough teams, but I was proud that they kept playing. We could have really folded up 2 weeks ago, but they came out and beat Beauregard, came out, had a big rivalry game here, came out and played hard. We got to get this first game that we've ever had this year that we could get everybody in, try to get a lot of playing time. But I was just proud for our seniors. They needed to go out this way, and they worked for it. The season we maybe didn't win as many games as they'd hoped for, but I tell you what, we won some big ones, and this was a big one tonight. They're undefeated against Elmore County in their high school careers, and so that's two keynote victories at the end of the season that they'll always remember.
Absolutely. Undefeated at home this year too, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it, Brad. Yes, 4-0 this season at J. Heidebrand Stadium, so we at least got that streak to carry with us into next season. Stats from Stephen.
Total offense, Tallassee 379 total offense to 157 for Elmore County. Passing, Elmore County had 54 yards, they were 4 of 15. Tallassee 51 yards, 4 of 8. Rushing, Elmore County 103 yards. Tallassee 328 yards on 35 attempts. Receiving, again, 51 and 54, 51 for Tallassee. Penalties. This is going to be funny. It's going to be crazy. Elmore County, 11 for 110 yards. Tallassee, 10 for 110 yards.
How about that? 21 penalties in all. That's less than the last few weeks.
Rushing
Not
leaders.
that it was a good thing, but
That's
still.
right. Rushing leaders, of course, Truck, 12 attempts for 133 yards. Xavion, 7 attempts for 101 yards.
Wow. Had that big long run, too.
Right.
Both
It
of them had a
was.
couple of long runs, yeah.
It was a
Touchdown.
good night for the win. So
Proud of Tallassee is going to do a halftime show at the end of the game, post-game. So folks will be hanging around to watch that one final time, too, on this senior night. And we have our player of the game. And Will Blocker got things started for the Tigers with a scoop and score fumble recovery that he took into the end zone. He followed that up with a block punt where he blocked it, picked it up, scooped it, and scored for another. Tallassee led 14-0. They never looked back. So Will Blocker, the senior, your Spectrum Networks player of the game.
Yeah, how many times does an offensive player get to score 2 touchdowns in a ball game?
Offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman
right.
like that. So,
Yeah.
good play by Will Blocker. And he certainly started off his senior night on a high note and finished on a good note. And Michael, I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this broadcast crew this year, and we've had a good time. Wish our season would have extended a little bit longer, but certainly looking forward to bright things ahead for this young group of Tallassee Tigers.
Yeah, appreciate your help. Stephen, thank you too. Philip, Stephen, Jimmy, who was here with us. Of course, Brad. We had Scott. Jacoby worked the studio and went with us to games this year for the whole crew. Leanne and everybody who made it possible. We appreciate that. We thank the guys in the studio who follow us up every week. They're coming up. You'll want to listen to them. Coming up next with all the scores and your calls, of course, coming your way as well.
Thank you for letting us be a part of this, Michael.
Yeah.
I enjoy it every year.
I've had fun.
We always do. We're coming back next year. That's the plan. So we got some other things coming up in the off season. We'll be doing some other sports, so you want to keep it here on WTLS for that too.
Hoping to get a few wrestling matches in this year.
We'll try to
Me
do
and
that
Mark
again. I
Dale.
think we can. We'll be doing some basketball and baseball also, maybe even some softball. I know
So.
we've done that some in the past. All right, well, we thank our sponsors, too, who make it possible for you each and every week. We appreciate you listening and watching each and every week. Once again, your final score, it was Tallassee 41, Elmore County 7.
Captain was Miss Beth East, and color guard co-captain was Miss Jackie Aldridge. The auxiliary sponsor